Hey everyone, it's Nick Beltran. So in this video, I wanted to do a little quick tutorial demonstration on how to set up the VR ADHD Classroom Project in both Unity and Varjo Base. Now on our work computer, we already have Unity Hub and Varjo Base installed, as well as the version of Unity that our Classroom project is running on, so we don't have to worry about that. However, I just wanted to show, just in case, the project gets removed or some update on Unity or Varjo just borked our system on how to reestablish our project without having, so that anyone can do it essentially. So I'm going to start left to right in order of importance. First, obviously, is our VR Classroom project. Now, as of now, we are just calling it VR Classroom Project, but potentially in the future we may call it something else. But in this folder contains all of the code, data assets that Unity creates, and some of the scripts that Varjo Base uses to run and collect our data. Now, when we're when we have everything set up, the headset and Unity running at both times, all of our trial data that we're going to collect from our testers are going to go into a folder similar to this. As of now, we're just using this folder trial data, but in the final product, we will be separating our testers' data in separate folders based on tester IDs. But for now, this is where all our data is being collected. So pretty much that's the most important part right here. Also, in case anyone loses track of the video or audio that we're using for our VR headset project, I just want to let you know that that data is located here in this folder, Assets, and then in Audio Video. So this folder contains all of our audio and video, just in case we lose it or we need to make a replacement, so on and so forth. But essentially, that is what you just need to know for this classroom project. And so next we have to go into Unity Hub. So Unity Hub, you can think of it as like the program that does the core calculations. This is the one that creates the 3D environment and also runs the calculations to collect our data. So going in here, I can open up Unity Hub. Another thing, it may, for when we start up the work computers, it may take a moment to boot up both Unity Hub and Varjo Base. The initial run may take some time, but any subsequent runs afterwards will be significantly faster. So when you open it up Unity Hub, you will see this is the main Unity Hub menu. And right now I had it so there are no projects set up or installed in here. So in case this ever happens, you would just simply have to add our VR Classroom project into Unity Hub. And to do that, we go to Add, go to Add Project from Disk, and then go to the location where our project is. Usually we'll keep it on the desktop itself for easy access. Just click on the folder and open the folder. And as I said, our work computer already has the editor version of Unity Hub that we are running this project in, so we don't have to reinstall that or anything. If so, it'll be the VR Classroom project will have this editor version information already on here, so we'll automatically install the editor just in case it gets deleted. But most likely this won't happen. So now that our VR Classroom project has been found, you just click it once in order to open it in Unity. And you'll see it opens it up. And it opens this loading menu. And like I said, the first initial upload running of our project, this will take some time. But afterwards, say we close out our project and we open it back up, it'll be significantly faster. Do, 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 do. I'm sure it'll run a lot faster on our work computers than my computer at home. All right. And so this is how our Unity project will be open. Right now it's not really anything showing, but once we hit the run button, which is this play button up here, again, takes a while the first time around. So definitely when we do start taking actual testers information, let's see. If the view looks really weird, we can scale it back so it looks a little bit normal, but usually the scene is what we want to keep an eye on. And that's essentially it. So once you're done running the program, you just hit play again and it'll stop wherever it is. Like I said, this takes a while to run the very first time. So once we get testers in, we should make sure that everything is ran at least once. That way we can easily get testers in, have them take the test, and then come out and then prepare for the next tester much more faster. But that is essentially it for now. So that's how to import our project into Unity Hub. Next, I just want to show how Varjo works. So for Varjo, we use the Varjo headset. We use this Varjo Base. Now, what Varjo Base is, it's essentially a platform to feed information from the inner eye cameras of the Varjo and the outside cameras of the Varjo. So essentially, our VR Classroom project is ran on Unity Hub. Unity Hub then sends the video feed and then some variable, what are they called? Variable requests to Varjo Base, and that to Varjo Base. Varjo Base in turn shows the user the VR Classroom project on the cameras while simultaneously collecting eye data from the user. That eye data is then sent back to Unity Hub, which calculates it and gives it back into our trial data right here. So with Varjo Base, again, you just double click it and open. And in this case, since I have a fresh install of Varjo Base, I would need to actually sign in. But again, on the work computers, we already are signed in, so you wouldn't have to do this step. Okay, and oh, I'm not even sure if I have the one more try. Nope. Okay, then we will skip this. So anyways, just in case Varjo resets itself, this is the first Varjo setup. Like I said, again, I don't have the Varjo headset with me, so I won't be able to have an actual check on the headset, but this is the one that we are using. This is our version of Varjo, the XR4. So then we would select that. And again, I would not be able to connect the headset, but this is a representation of how we have to set up the Varjo headset for work use. So, like I said, we have this controller box, and this controller box is powered. There will be a little Thunderbolt right here. This is powered by the power block included with Varjo, but we use the top port, which is 60 watts. This is an absolute must in order to power the headset. So first you should plug in the USB Type-C into the 60 watt outlet, plug it into the wall, and then plug that into this Thunderbolt symbol right here on this power control box, I should say. Once doing so, you'll see a little green light pop up right here. Now, this cable that is connected to the control box goes into the USB-C port on the back of our work computer. And I wish I had a picture of the work computer right now, but usually we use the lower of the two USB-C ports. For some reason, we get a much more consistent result using that port than the top one, so that is what we're going to use for. And finally, the Varjo XR4 itself has two cables coming out from the back of it. One is another USB Type-C and the other is a display port. So the USB-C that is connected to the Varjo headset needs to go into this little port right here on the control block, and that is the one that the arrow right here is pointing to. Likewise, the display port is connected to the graphics card on our work computer. And for our consistency, we use the second to the left display port. For some reason, again, that gives us the most consistency out of any of the ports, but hey, what are you going to do? And once that's done, essentially that's all. You will just have to turn on the headset, and then the Varjo will go through a series of calibrations to make sure that the room is set up. But that is essentially it. So once we're done, well, I can't really show you, but wonder, oh, I can skip the setup. Oh my goodness. Ah, this is what I wanted to show you. Perfect. All right, so once your headset is connected, you will be able to see a window showing the viewer's output, and that would be what the headset view was. But since I have no headset, I cannot show you. But right here in Varjo Base, we have a whole bunch of other different windows. Right now, we don't have to really set anything on the work computer, so I really wouldn't need to go through any of this. One thing that might happen is that we do have some issues sometimes with losing tracking. And before we thought that we would have to reset the entire headset to fix that, but instead, what we can do is if we ever lose tracking or the user loses tracking and has difficulty getting back, we can go into this System tab and type in Room Setup. And that will have the user go through the initial user setup of finding tracking of the walls and then also the floor. Also, another thing, I can't show it right now, but another thing that is very important is the Chroma Key option, which is again still in the Systems tab. Chroma Key, we would have to use Chroma Key on all applications. Make sure that that is green, like this, because that gives us the pass-through where we can see the VR environment on the green walls of the green room. But that's essentially it. So once you have both Varjo, well, if Varjo wasn't so large, Varjo and Unity running at the same time, and then we have our project open. Once we have output being shown from the users, all we would have to do is run our classroom project, and it would automatically begin taking in the user's data. So, yes, yes. A lot easier on another monitor, but essentially that is what we need to do just in case we need to run through this project with someone who's inexperienced using these programs. But that is essentially it. If there are any more questions, please let me know and I will see to try to make another tutorial for that just in case. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for your guys' hard work. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Well, we are somewhere. We just gotta get that nice data and get it all nice and pretty. All right. Have a great day, everyone.